Hello, and welcome back to Aliens Fireteam Elite. Now, let's hope we can actually finish the game this time. Thank you.
An alien ship. That's the source of the gravity distortions.
I already know what's going on.
We don't know yet what Cynthia's trying to do with it. Who knows what's on that thing or what it can do. Get aboard, shut it down, by any means necessary.
I'm not a fan of any of these. I might just go extraordinary weaponry because we probably could do with that bonus based on last time's difficulty. And I guess we're going to try with our AI opponents. Alright, so plan for this stream is basically we are going to attempt to actually finish the game. Now, every stream we've done, we've averaged about getting through the game about a third at a time. So, going by that rate, we should have it done by tonight, which is good.
Any of you come back with a makeout buddy, my lock stays sealed.
I'm going to turn down my volume a little bit because the game's a bit loud. I'm going to... Okay, volume... This top volume is fine. It looks like it's going to red zone on OBS anyway. Mic seems fine though, otherwise. So we're all good. There we go. Cool. So yes, we're actually boarding on the ship. But basically, things I'm sorting out for this stream. One, if we have to do a do-over on a mission, we're going straight to casual because I want to get this game done tonight. And I don't want to really be faffing about as much as we did last time, just trying to get some human players just so we could beat a mission. So yeah, so there's that. Second thing is rather than have the other primary weapon I had last time that I was leveling up, because I haven't played it since then.
Final orders were to prepare Asset Zero, the alien ship, for activation.
Activated for what?
Nothing good. Fireteam, get aboard and stop it.
Am I okay to speak now? I think I'm okay to speak now. But basically, I've gone back to the pulse rifle I started the game with. Because that's fully upgraded, so that's fine. The only weapon that isn't fully upgraded that I've still got on me is my flamethrower. And that's because I think it would be cool if we actually did the hive level with that, and I want to level it up a bit with this mission at least. Which was a little bit why I wasn't able to, annoyed that I wasn't able to find a challenge card that would really not be that bad. Based on what I've got. But I haven't played this last stream because I haven't really been in the mood. After this particular stream, we will be playing Misao, Dagon, and Dead by Daylight. The way it's going to work is first half hour of next stream, we're going to be playing Dagon, which is a 30-minute experience based on one H.P. Lovecraft stories. And then Misao is a top-down sort of puzzly horror game.
Pathogen jars.
They dangerous?
Fuck yeah.
Only if opened. We couldn't dent the casing.
I really want to shoot them just for fun, but it's not good.
Signal's closing! They're unknown!
The other things I saw last time were like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck were those?
Exactly my question.
I guess pathogen mutations of some native life form.
But yes. So the way it's going to work is that we're first going to play
aren't people.
We haven't seen this before in any of the films. Oh, actually, no, we have actually. We've seen it from Prometheus. We saw a very similar thing. Not exactly the same, but very similar. Nice. In fact, I'm killing them the same way they did in Prometheus.
I really hope that wasn't nobody you knew.
Yeah, no, so we're going to do Dagon for the first half hour, and then after that we're going to be playing Misao. And we've only got Dead by Daylight on the rotation purely so that if we get bored of Misao, or if we get stuck anywhere on Misao for ages, and we just want to have a bit of variety in the stream as a bit of a break from Misao, we can have that. Because Dagon, I don't think it's going to work for multiple playthroughs, it's only half an hour long. So that's probably going to be like a one-server play in one of the servers. So the main game that we're going to aim to actually finish is going to be Misao. I don't know what's going on. It's been a while since Pretty sure I was only at nothing for the
Yes, got an assload of them!
This weapon like a sound to be.
Bypassing damage.
Ooh, something big. Oh no. Just a size, just a one thing.
You're good. Let's find a way aboard that monster.
Alrighty. Annoyingly, I feel very flat this afternoon just because I've had a very day. And I feel like I should be more excited for this mission because we're on the fucking Prometheus ship. So this is fun. This is the stuff I was really looking forward to last time. I was really annoyed, in fact. Can I get through the doors, please? No? Oh. Oh.
T-minus 40 minutes to paragravity drive equilibrium. Program destination.
Ooh, we can't.
Earth?
No thanks. We can't have Ripley when she wakes up deal with all the stuff from Prometheus. That would break continuity. No collectibles. Okay, that's fine. But yes, after the stream, I would like to play a bit more of this. I don't know whether I'll wait for more updates though, just so that the AI buddies or the matchmaking's made a bit better. I probably will play a bit of Hold mode off stream, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be interesting as a stream thing. Not on stream, just campaign on stream. Hence why this is probably going to be the last one. And fuck, that's loading.
¿Qué coño?
Remain
Bypassing
calm.
damage.
Merely a scan.
For what?
Insufficient data, but it appears
Well, I
you
can't break
passed.
through them. That's irritating. But maybe they won't actually come to life. which would
Alright,
be
how
nice
can we
though.
stop this thing? Options, people.
Ooh. If we don't make any
Cynthia's
noise,
remnants
they
are
ignore
likely
us.
to have a control center.
They ignore us. They might actually ignore us. No, they don't ignore us. Okay, fine. I thought I wanted something. Nope. They're really low hearing. Stop. Are you alright there, mate?
Bypassing damage.
Alrighty. No, you're all good. I just heard a thump and I was worried about whether you'd hurt yourself or something.
My whiteboard fell, sorry.
Ooh. No, that's fine. It's all good. That's all good. I'm gonna keep looking around
Pathogen chiggers, lots of
for
them.
collectibles. Or not. Have another day of pieces. Sorry for any electrocards in the chat, because I feel like this would be kind of different. Peeps? Oh, that's passage under the
Fireteam,
overclock.
let's ground this ship.
In a
There's
moment,
likely more weird critters.
I'd like to keep having a look around. Thank you very much. Nice hologram. No, nothing there. Alrighty. That's fine, we had a look. That's alright. One of these days, I'm gonna feel 100% okay when I'm on these streets. Oh, there it is. I think that's... Yeah, there we go. There's a hidden cache. Nice. Do you wanna come through, guys? So good of you to join me. Okay. I like how the things from the pathogens that made sort of like that sort of milky white look that the, I think it's called the neomorph from the end of Prometheus was. Oh, for fuck's sake, they're really just gonna keep spawning. Are you done? Are we done? We're done. But yes, I like how they kind of look like so that milky whiteness that the neomorph had at the end of Prometheus. It's kind of nice. And it's nice to see the weird zombie things come back. They're one of the most boring things in all of Aliens, I'm being completely honest. But it's nice to see that they're there and still continuity. Like, there's still a nice addition to the least interesting creature there is in the least interesting creature there is in the Aliens universe.
Huh. Guess the mutants don't like synths.
Hmm.
Signal's closing.
Things though, why would...
Something's coming.
What the f- was that thing invisible? That thing was invisible.
Leon!
What? That thing goes invisible? Since when was that a thing? That's a predator thing, not an alien thing. What the fuck is that about? At least it didn't have that much, or at least actually it's probably more to do with the challenge capture that makes it seem like weapons do double damage, but like, that didn't last long. More ammo.
Passing damage.
It could be nice to use my flamethrower back now. On the upside, my air buddies don't seem to be that bad. Granted, it's only on standard difficulty rather than the high one, which I haven't in most of the time now. Because standard's like, not great for leveling up stuff like that. That's there's really not any more ammo here, really? Control! Oh, there's ammo right there. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, you fuck off. I see you there. And I'm down. Okay, that was my own fault. At the same time though, do you guys want to come and help? Yeah, thank you, Beta. That was my own fault. I didn't see that. Or at least I didn't...
Synth download complete. Beginning analysis.
I didn't
The Leon
remember
stock.
about the ammo crate sitting there.
That was native life. Big cat with chameleon abilities. Watch for the shimmer. They blend, but not perfectly.
Lovely. Big cat. And was I imagining things, or was it like going on stilts? Because that kind of reminds me of the predator claw mouth thing. I wonder if that was actually an intended nod to the predators or not.
Jesus. Wayland moved all the pathogen here.
Storage. For transport to labs in the core.
Hijo de puta. I know an ammo magazine when I see one.
This is a dispersal chamber that you see in Alien Covenant. Yeah, they're wanting to infect Gateway Station entirely, I think, not just drop it off.
Analysis complete. The synths are working from a location on the upper levels.
Then we keep heading up.
These are almost like more aggressive versions of the facehuggers. Almost.
Fireteam, get me a view on that hollow.
Ooh, there's a bit of a dip there. But you can
Movement
walk me.
from the sides.
Oh. Oh shit, hello.
Attention. Power gravity drive equilibrium in progress. Capacitors charging. Objective. Mutagen sample returned. Priority 1. All other priorities.
More of those abominations. Movement in the walls.
Ah, coming out of the goddamn wall. Right, okay. Ooh, shit, they really are. Do you guys want to go ahead and something? No? With. Landing with the
Secure.
AI a bit.
Resume advance.
There is an open synthetic near field on the far end of the room.
Oh, ammo. Yes, please.
Rearm. Grabbing ammo.
Just top up.
Mierda, Cynthia's team cannibalized one of their own?
I mean, you gotta make something work. I guess you gotta make something work.
The exit to the control room has been sealed. Quantum encryption.
Another ass load of mutants! Clear the deck!
Mutation station is the thinking I just got. I think that's probably something saying you could only yeah, where's the way? Oops. That was a good one for me, if I say so much.
Encryption is complex.
Rearming.
There are other synthetics nearby. If one has an intact memory core, I may be able to reconstruct the cipher.
Got one of Honecker's Leons in there!
Oh, fuck, are you kidding?
That one's a loss. Keep
That was right there. Aha! Get up. Come here. Thank you.
This one is intact. Stand by.
Passage incoming from topside.
And quickly before the thing comes in. Good. Cool.
Board's clear. Esther, what's your progress?
Grabbing ammo.
I have reconstructed Cynthia's cipher. Access the upper door, over where you entered.
Moving. Nice. We're getting towards the end of the level, I think. It's about to leave, apparently. Also, again, very intimidating to see those pods. Hey! Space jockey!
Whoa. S, is this something we can mess with?
No, the controls are locked.
Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take out the power, stop it from lifting off.
I just want to say, if you could not blow the ship up,
The files from the synthetic call this room Vitality Oven to grow.
Great.
Idiomatically, energy capacitors.
Okay.
Access the control instrumentality.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting I've got my fucking turrets. It's been a while since I last played this game. If you can't already tell. Alpha, where are you? You fucking tell, apparently.
I got you.
Nice.
8
I'll
kids
take
here.
that. Health battle. Where are they going to be coming from is the question. Shit. I'm new to this area, so pop on there. Suppose we should just set up a perimeter around the ammo, because that's what we're going to need most.
Sentry deployed. Sentry deployed. Sentry deployed.
Who knows? Maybe there might be something coming through there. It's good to just have one sitting here.
Sentry deployed.
And they're all time stuff. Okay. We are good to go.
On the ceiling, the same capacitors we encountered in the previous section. Disable the enzymatic fuel cells.
She means shoot this shit on the side.
Ah, I see. A 17% reduction in power flow. There must be more capacitors.
Got him. Shoot those two. Capacitor down! Stalker in the room, somewhere.
Hey, this guy's doing good work though. Another one down.
Things are getting hot.
buildup slowed 50%.
Don't see any more capacitors.
There is another instrumentality at the far end.
Whatever that sound is. Why do I feel like I'm being shot at? Oh.
Enter the sequence. Bone.
Ooh,
Protective.
here.
Withdraw.
Yes, you did it! 2 more just dropped!
Just barely. Move around. Nice.
Shut down.
Buildup rate reduced to 16%. Final capacitor is in the center on the floor.
Watch for Shimmer. Got another stalker.
Damn it, so close.
I do not believe the alien ship will fly again.
Good.
We'll keep a garrison aboard anyway. Things happen.
When you return, please turn in your uniform. We may learn something from the pathogen bloodstains.
Ugh, you telling me I had the fucking pathogen on me? That's a yikes. I mean, it makes sense, but still not great. Phalanx only. Don't care then. 8 ball, don't care, and we just used that up. M95 grey, I can't use the heavies with my class. Barrel. We'll have to check whether that's something I can use or not. Yes, and the incinerator got some XP, but not a lot. That's fine. Alright, return to base. Yes. Okay, cool. So progress! Yay! Alrighty. I wonder if that did any of the tactical opportunities, because I think there was one about killing off a certain amount of what do we call it? Thingamabobs. Oh, pathogen stalkers. And we're probably not going to have any of those now, because we're going up to the main station to kill off the hive from memory, based on the level select screen. So never mind. Complete the previous campaign tomorrow? Are you kidding me? We just did that one. Oh, I actually have to debrief first. Okay, fine. What do you have to say?
I put you in for a commendation, but we ain't got one for grounding a 4,000-year-old alien ship. Cynthia loaded that thing with an assload of pathogen, and we're sending it toward Earth. Could be Wayland Yutani would have recovered it safe and handled it all responsible like. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face. Yo, fuck the company.
What's the situation now?
We're setting a perimeter around the ship. Too early to tell if it'll hold. There's a lot of mutants and Xenos down there. Palace Station, the main part where Hanukkah worked, is still infested. But no sign of the Queen yet. Gracias a Dios. That ain't our problem. Yet. We gotta deal with the Katanga hive.
There will be a queen. There's always a queen. Usually.
Listen up. There's a Xeno queen on Katanga, laying eggs. Colonel Ship says we gotta destroy the refinery. But the problem is, Endeavor, she ain't got the firepower. Katanga's a whole damn city in space. We could incinerate chunks, but we ain't got enough heavy ordnance for it all. So here's the deal. We're gonna overload the refinery's fusion plant. That's gotta be done from a control center at the heart of the hive.
So we are literally doing the climax of Aliens. Yeah, Aliens. There's a number in the end. Earn it? What's earn it? Huh? What the fuck is earn it? How do I find out what that is? Is that like a thingamabobber? Is that like a skin, like decal, sorry? Yeah, it's a decal. Okay, that's kind of boring. Loadout. Incinerator. Ooh, it is a barrel for this thing. Not a fan of that. Not gonna lie. Is there anything else? Go packs. Modifiers. Is it just gonna be the phalanx thing? No, there is actually a new one. Quick charge number 3. Do we already have a quick charge? We've got quick charge 4, so we might pass on that one. Otherwise, we got nothing else. Alrighty, well, what's the other exclamation mark over here? Because I do like the little stuff. The little stuff is fun.
I hoped we would have an opportunity to speak again. When you disabled Cynthia, she made several cryptic statements. In retrospect, I believe she was attempting to warn us of the dangers within the engineer ruins.
Okay.
Weyland-Yutani would have installed programmatic blocks on her ability to discuss the subject. The best she could do was dissuade us against further exploration. Cynthia defended Weyland-Yutani's investments on LV-895, yet her actions suggest a hesitance to directly engage us. At the end, she did not invoke profits, investments, or copyrights. She warned us of the danger the ruins presented. She specifically appealed to me and our shared purpose of protecting humans. That is the so-called zeroth law. Synthetic life forms may not take actions that create an existential risk to humanity, or, through inaction, permit humanity to face existential risk.
Is that something that came in? Like, I know that's sort of referencing, what's his name? Robotics dude, made the laws of robotics. Asimov. That's kind of referencing Asimov's laws of robotics. But considering what Ash does in the first Alien game, did this zeroth law only come in after that film? Like, so I feel like there's quite a lot that Ash does that creates an existential risk to humanity, or to humans in general, so okay.
It appears our advance was the impetus for that. The level of decay in the former Weyland-Yutani staff suggests they were exposed after our initial contact with Cynthia. She infected them to prevent revelation of company secrets, and to hinder us from accessing the alien ship.
I mean, even that, isn't that an existential risk to humanity?
These actions are consistent with the zeroth law of synthetics, which implies that some humans may be sacrificed if it is necessary to preserve humanity writ large.
I mean, that makes sense, but I don't think that helps preserve humanity at large by going, cool, let's protect company secrets. Like, okay, alright, that's fine.
Please understand, I consider Cynthia's decisions abhorrent. Excusing them is not my intention.
Good.
Colonel Ship dwells upon moments in her career she has been required to make similar choices, when she ordered Marines to their deaths to achieve a critical objective or preserve a greater number of lives. It must be left to future generations to judge the decisions made here today. True, Weyland-Yutani does not enjoy a reputation for altruism. That was not always the case. Peter Weyland, the company founder, was obsessed with furthering humanity's progress. He made long-term investments, the terraforming of Mars and the Heliades-class surveyors.
That is corroborated by his appearances in the Alien films, as in, like, Prometheus and Covenant. Not so much his descendants in the rest of the Alien films, but anyway.
I do not wish to imply the company has re-embraced Weyland's ideals. However, Pala Station was established 2 decades ago. It was not intended to turn a quick profit. Consider, These ruins had been sealed for 4 millennia when Weyland-Yutani discovered them. There are obvious questions, which surely occurred to both Cynthia and the company. Where are the engineers? If they still exist, are they aware of humanity? If they're gone, what extinguished such an advanced culture?
I feel like this is more of a bungle on the developer's part, but the only people who called them engineers canonically is the crew of the Prometheus ship when they realized that Dr. Elizabeth Shaw started calling them engineers. So unless Esther and the group just wickedly fast looked up her papers and went, cool, they correlate, or they looked up the probably highly classified expedition to the planet that those charts that they found in the caves pointed towards. I'm surprised Esther knows that they're called engineers. This is going to be hilarious, though, even more so though if the films go like in the next film that wrap up the Prometheus storyline, that humanity suddenly becomes aware of the engineers. Like, that'd be funny. I mean, he's got the fucking collar. But anyway, alright, we already know Cynthia was warning us.
I will retain the briefing file for you. If you ever wish to review, you have but to inquire.
Cute. Alright, so now we can actually get on with it, I think. Only way to be sure. There was something that was in the exclamation mark. Okay, it's a heavy thing. Don't care. That's... Oh, we could have had a smoke gun, but I don't think I can... Like, choose it. Yeah, I've only got rifles and CQWs with this one. That's alright. Only way to be sure. Yep, probably, yep. Launch mission. Join mission.
This is the big one, Fireteam.
Before we do that, we need to get more equipment.
Esther says my bet. Is it legal? I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem. But if it's legal, I'll need you to file requisition form 1348 or 1348 Mike. You can grab those off ShipNet.
Sweet, loadout. That. We want that. Nice. Now we can actually play the mission.
This is the big one, Fireteam. The Katanga Xeno Hive must be destroyed. We stop the spread here. Blue Team will advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
Search for Claire, search for Claire. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I find it interesting that sometimes when you choose to be part of a mission, it does that in the background for you. But then you got times like this where I'm pressing escape to see if I can still run around like the ship, and it won't let me. But similarly, when it chooses to do it in the background, it won't let you open up the menu to actually see this lobby menu. It's really strange. And I still wish there's a fucking start mission button somewhere. Because, like, cool, I know I've got AI buddies. I don't want to wait an extra 10 seconds when I know exactly what I'm doing and get the chance to go this way.
Buddy, Principal 28 active. Check your suit seals and filter status.
Nope, that is a plane over my house. That's not an in-game base. Ooh, this place has seen better days. Cool. Ooh, is that an airlock? Ooh, that's an airlock! I'd love to know how we got through the airlock. I mean, we could probably guess.
A fire team from 3rd Platoon has point and is moving ahead of us. Their call sign is blue. We'll keep the sentry guns up so they can get out again.
Collectibles? Collectibles?
Incoming! Get those sentries up!
They stop. Am I not walking in front of my like rate of fire? Like sorry, aiming there? I think it's doing that. Oh my god, we're about almost an hour into the stream and we hadn't actually fought any Xenos yet. Just realised that. Oh, there he stops.
Active Sierras, get to cover!
Wait a minute. His wrench just pirouetted through the air, I feel like.
Blue Fire Team, we're seeing synth activity. Give me a sit rep, Molina.
Like somebody stepped in a fire ant nest. They're all stirred up. We're continuing inward. Watch our ass.
I mean, yes, since they were able to walk past them easily, there's nothing in there yet. So I was worried it was going to be one of those jumpy out ones.
Lot of Sierras in here. Somebody throwing a We Love Xenos convention?
There's no evidence of higher level organization. With Cynthia offline, they have no direction.
Oh shit. Next to no warning with that one.
Herrera, we got hit by synths rolling up behind. We're sealing the doors as we go.
Fair.
Understood, Molina. We'll clear them for you.
Are you done? I think you're done. Oh shit, hello. I don't know if you can see it, right?
Lots of Sierras. Stay close and push hard.
Oh, I am so glad I chose the double thing. This terrible cover. Why would you choose the crash behind that of all things?
Spike a console for me. Esther, I want you to lock down all doors to forward and aft of our route.
My network intrusion will be detected. Expect a counterattack.
Grabbing ammo.
Yep, I need to also
Patching
get
up.
a bit more health.
Aid kit's here.
Nice. Let's get. Because you are going to come alive later and give me strife. Anymore? Not yet. Ooh, hello.
Rearming.
Okay. Let's have the electroshock one sitting. Let's have it sitting there, so it's a bit underneath. Or even I could have put it there, but that's fine. I won't bother putting the fire ones because they can be best against. Oh, I can't put it there. But the fire ones were best against the Xenos, and I'm going to keep the rest for the Xenos. We'll just have those two for now. That should do it.
They have detected me.
Someone coming down here.
Flamethrower! Don't let him explode!
Already got him. Oh, you're talking back there. Oh, back there. Okay. Oh, you're talking about that.
Incinerator sent incoming! Rick out a torch. That's the door Blue Fireteam welded.
Grabbing ammo. I'll cut it.
And it's
Blue Fireteam's advancing. Let's check the next set of defense lines. Sentry guns are dry on the aft line. Fill them up.
Also didn't mean to stop the flamethrower. It's fine. You're dead. Okay, we're good. There might be something in there, but... Cool, we're good. I'm hearing a lot.
Bypassing damage.
Oops, there's another
Patching
Xeno
up.
there for a second. Like the big one. That's fine. Okay.
Rearm.
Those puppies up.
swarm!
I bet you any. That blue team's gonna die before they can judge. Turn weird. Put them in charge of yourself and set them masters of highs. Swarms, sorry. And there's a few big hits. And we're really just like, cool, let's just have them. They do the cool stuff. I would use my flanker up, but then my damage is the 0 success. I don't want to see friendly fires.
Watch the upper beds!
That does not sound good.
Incoming!
Area secure.
Grabbing ammo.
Blue Fire Team, how are you doing?
What did I fucking say? Oh no, they're arrested.
Their fire team faces multiple xenomorph assaults. 2 Marines injured, 1 severely.
They're all day. Cool.
You're at our outer defense perimeter. More dry guns. Get them rearmed.
Big signal!
Control the territory and actually not that intimidating now in this difficulty with the challenge. Which ability isn't really a challenge.
I want to lock down
card,
this
it's
whole
kind
damn
of a
tower.
challenge-less card.
I would need access to the damage control systems.
Ooh, I think I see the cage then. Now, health and ammo would be nice.
You're crossing to Lacassi Tower. Enemy territory.
Ooh. Nice.
We have lost contact with Blue Team.
What did I say? They're gonna be dead now.
Please stay clear.
Where are the eggs?
Molina, you read? Give me a sit rep.
There you go.
Double time, people.
Bypassing damage.
Even, you know what? Bust out the flamethrower.
Prowler. Listen.
Oh, I didn't listen to you, but thanks, mate.
Assistance required.
The hive! Yeah.
You have reached the outer hive.
Assistance required.
Oh, space huggers.
Keep tight. Don't let them catch nobody alone.
Right, yeah. Do we want to keep moving? Keep moving. Come on.
Damage control room's just ahead. That's what
Walk
Esther
into the
needs.
fire data for fuck's sake, please.
Hear that?
Let's lock this shithole down. Esther, you're in charge now.
Please install a wireless repeater on that console. That will allow me to override the system. This is certain to rouse idle xenomorphs.
Okay. I think it's time to start putting this down.
Shift deploy.
Alright, let's get the inside for the xenomorph is already starting to roll in.
Initiating door overrides. Subdeck 5 to deck 35.
Roni inbound!
Bypassing damage.
Acid spitters, watch for incoming!
doors sealed and locked. I need you to access the HVAC system now.
Grabbing ammo. 8 kits here.
Okay. Maybe I should have saved more of my targets. That's fine. Oh, hello. They really did not look right. They really did you dirty. Like, the animation did not look right. Texture's nice, though.
Thank you. I will isolate the air ducts by deck. Expect more xenomorphs to be roused by this.
These good turrets in the buildings, nice.
All sub-levels have been isolated. Maintain vigilance. Ducts sealed up to deck 15. You are doing well. Sergeant, I see a very large signal.
Size of a goddamn truck.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that's that thing.
Beginning final lockdowns. Please, stay safe.
I can't believe you nailed one of those.
Be on.
Nice,
All
let's
ducts
go.
sealed. Lakasi Tower is isolated.
We don't leave our people behind.
Okay.
You know these things. Find Blue Fireteam. That's all.
Come on, they did. They did. They did. Nice. Incinerator. Right there. Take the base. Yep. Alrighty. Oh, we have more to put to them.
We told you that 25 years ago, Katanga was falsely reported destroyed. In 2175, Siegson had moved it to the Mid-Rim. 2 years later, the colony it serviced was overrun by xenomorphs. Survivors fled to Katanga, where the infestation spread. Colonial Marines responded to their distress call.
Okay.
It was a Marine who claimed Katanga was scuttled. A senior staff officer on site conspired to hand the young hive over to Wayland Yutani.
That explains a lot.
Sadly, yes. General Delilah Vaughn, one of the conspirators responsible for the Frontier War in 2184. Before her disgrace, she rose to Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Colonial Marine Office and
we
Colonial
already know what
Protection
that is.
Act was passed to prevent such things from happening again. There were no reported sightings, not in any star system visited by humans, and not recorded by any vessel in transit. Most likely, Weyland-Yutani moved Katanga to a location in deep space, far off the shipping lanes. They used it as an ant farm to breed experimental stock. When the company wanted to accelerate their experiments at Paula Station, they moved it here. Seegson reported something unusual on the far side of the planet from their settlement. It became the focus of the entire colony's efforts. The xenomorph outbreak began at that remote site and spread back to the main complex. The colonists ultimately abandoned the surface and fled to Katanga. Some evacuees proved to be infected and the infestation flared up again. There was discord among the survivors, unspecified personal grievances. A few deaths were involved. Forgive us if we don't identify the system. It's classified. The planet had suffered a global extinction event around 80 years previous. It was nearly devoid of animal life.
Is this the planet we see in Covenant? Because I'm pretty sure those films take place around 80 years before Alien. So that could very well be it.
Biomes had begun to collapse for lack of pollination. Acidic soil and water were spreading, and the atmosphere was growing over-oxygenated, which made it perfect for the mass importation of Earth livestock. Judging by the embryo gene lines in their cargo manifests, the colony hoped to become known for its steaks.
Wait, I'm confused. Are we talking about the colony that was on the planet we were on before underneath Katanga? Or wait, no, he's still talking about the planet that Katanga was originally orbiting before it was handed over to Weyland. Okay.
If you wish to review, we are always available.
Cool. All good. Alright. We need to grab more equipment and then we can do the mission again. I wonder if I have enough to get more challenge cards.
Heard the new track by left. Anything not on the racks, I can pull out of cargo 4.
We have enough sentry guns, got enough powder, electro shock. Nice. It's fine.
Esther says my bat. You'd be surprised how many spray artists we've got in the battalion.
Nice. Cool. Alright. This rifle takes. Is that better? Damage. Effective range. Accuracy is good. Zoom magnification is nice. I'm not sure I could deal with it without the accuracy though, so we are going to put that one on. Incinerator. Deal 10% extra damage to enemies with full health. And the fire instability is not as nice, so no, we're not going to do that. Kill. Right, I really don't care about EMAX, but that's fine. Handgun, we can't equip handguns. Oh, I do need to make sure. Okay, good. That's all good. So we can actually. No, for God's sake, go on to the next mission. Thank you. Yeah. Sweet.
We are now officially on search and rescue. Blue Team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them.
You know, no, we're gonna have another extraordinary weapon one because I really want to avoid all possibilities of us failing this mission so we can just get this campaign done. I can always do normal challenge cards in my own time. Still no players? Oh no, what's the concurrent amount of players now in Aliens Fireteam League? Because last time I checked it was pretty down fairly low. Concurrent players, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Steam charts. It's just loading.
The last group I dropped left MRE crumbs on the seats. They didn't make it back. I'm not saying there's a connection, but why?
So 5 minutes ago, there was 709 people playing. That's not great for a series this big. And the peak in the last 24 hours, 1,549, which I'm actually not sure whether that's that good or not. All-time peak was 15,550. So it's gone down massively since then.
Flares on the deck. Follow them. Molina's blue fire team passed this way.
Bit depressing. I wish this game was a bit more popular, and I wish this game got more bloody updates as well. Like, man, matchmaking issues. Please fix them. AI, like, granted it's not that bad tonight, but last night it was pretty awful. It'd be nice if, like, they got a bit smarter. Yeah. Oh, we should probably be careful with eggs. At the same time, collectibles? 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 No collectibles? No collectibles. Wow, that was a really You had me right there. Ready to go, ready to eat. And you missed the key jump.
You're in their house. They could come from any direction. So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something.
Mm-hmm. Eggs in for a second. Any collectibles in here? Doesn't look like it.
Watch where you walk. There'll be eggs.
No collectibles here? Oh, it's a very low ceiling. No collectibles. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice lineup of aliens to flame.
Body on the deck.
What did I say? Blue team are dead.
Rearm.
Yeah, who needs health most? Or even actually, let's say that for after the battle, because no one really needs health at the moment.
Corporal Delahaye. Grab her tags.
In a second. I'm so lucky there's no eggs up here, because those are such short corners. Short and sharp corners. And we can't go up there. Okay, so there's no connectors.
Grabbing ammo.
Let's not use our turrets just yet.
Descanse en paz. still two out there. Bro, don't let it back in the vent!
It ain't going in the vent anytime soon.
Clear. Keep moving.
I'm glad we didn't have to use turrets for that, because we can save it for the end of the level. Now, Alpha needs health. I'm glad I saved that.
I got you.
Yeah, you guys do that. And we
8 kits here. Grabbing ammo.
Nice. Moving on. Ooh, we never checked down there. Ah, but there's an invisible wall. Never mind.
Door's welded. Cut it.
I'll cut it.
Alrighty.
We know Blue Fireteam went this way.
They really do just look like organs, don't they? Like intestines or something. And spine. The walls, I mean, the hive walls. Nothing down there. It's gonna be another village, I think.
Prowler.
Strong signals from below.
Don't tell me we're about to see it as like a tease for the next level. Oh, good shit. Jesus. But yeah, that's an interesting one.
New signal. Watch its attacks.
So let's see any collectibles. I feel like we're reaching endgame for the level.
A bunch more woke up. Get out of the core before more wake up.
Not level up, I don't think. Bet you anything though, they randomly spawn there in some instances. It's too weird when I go through.
Blue team, if you copy, squawk your PDT.
They're gonna be there, come on.
Fuck off already. Clear. S, you got anything?
Katanga's critical systems are on the lower decks. If the Blue Fireteam continued to pursue their objective, they would have laid below.
Listen.
there's a thing about it because he's elusive. I just don't know exactly where it is. Oh, there it is. What was that noise? Collectibles? Ooh, Ivy's a bit weird. We can have a bit.
Will they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull?
Unlikely. High resin is acid resistant.
Makes sense, I suppose. They make our hive that is resistant to themselves.
More Xenos!
It really was just a trigger box in the middle of the room, wasn't it? We can't fit there you go.
Got a drone creeping on you!
Bypassing damage.
Collectible! Thanks, right? Eights. Nice. Okay, I need
Touch and go.
heal. That.
Hose them down!
The swarm has passed.
Clearly still here. Oh shit. Didn't even see that egg there.
Flares go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
console nearby is active. Please patch me in.
I find it hilarious that if you kill these things just before the placeholders throw over the things, they just disappear into the ether as if they never existed. They just die with the egg. Which doesn't seem right, but...
Hey. 8 kids here.
Hey, it's fun. It's fun.
Grabbing ammo.
No, this feels endgame-ish. Let's put some... Meant to put down the balcony, but that's fine. That'll do that.
Deploy. Deploy. Deploy.
Nice. Cool. How did you guys not open?
Rearm.
Reload.
Accessing. Stand by.
Cover us to attack! Big one coming in.
Come on. They're throwing the big stuff.
Analysis complete.
Nice.
Blue team used this console to disable the capacitor safeties.
They're still in the fight. They'd be headed to the core lift next.
They're still gonna die, I think. Just later rather than sooner. Later rather than sooner. Later rather than earlier. Late. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Another wave.
Ooh. Don't put the flamethrower out, for fuck's sakes. Oh, good God. I guess you're being right, but still.
Blue team, if you copy, keep dropping flares. One door's welded. Blue team went that way. Cut it.
Wait. Sweet. Cut it open. Oh, it's the wrong door. It's the door up there. Okay. It's...
I'll cut it.
Watch your ass! PDT, close. Blue team, sing out! Molina, we hear you, we're close!
Copy. I'm not receiving. One clip. Hard to keep. Lot of blood.
Click left. They're gonna die.
Hang on, Molina, we're coming.
Oh, they're so...
Private Brzezinski.
Okay, 2 out of 3 are dead. I think that the third one's gonna die pretty soon.
Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
They're coming.
Step it up, fire team.
Oh, no, I don't want to vault over that, because that's got weird fucking water in it. Yeah, no. I'm glad the game didn't let me do that. Eggs! Eggs. Oh, yes.
I have a return on the final PDT. It is in that room.
Alright, it's in this room and we can't hear it anymore. She's dead. She said work with her. She's dead.
Rearm.
Told ya.
Corporal Molina.
Told ya. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any targets left. Fuck. Okay. Alpha, you
I got
need
you.
health. So I'll give it to you. And I will take...
Aid kit's here.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. From above! Below! Fuck these guys up! Big fucking bug! Fucked around, you found out.
Sorry, what? What the hell does that mean? You fucked around and found out. What was that supposed to mean? Is that an American thing? No. Or is that just something the writers thought sounded witty, but... doesn't?
Grabbing ammo.
Get some, fire team!
Oh, fuck no. You all down? Why are you all down?
Rebooting.
Oh, come on. No. No. This ain't fair. Fucking die. No, run! Stupid thing. Fuck, it's right on me. No.
Eclipse Black, I need search and rescue ASAP.
I look away from the two AI buddies for 1 second. Come on, we were literally right at the end of the level. Fuck. Alrighty. Okay. Return to base. Yes, return to base.
Heard the new track by Left Up? Okay. Regulations require me to state that the battalion fabricators may not be used to replicate any device and/or system that has not been licensed for use by Colonial Marine.
Tactical opportunity. Yeah, no thanks. That might be enough to grab more turrets.
That's just as my back. All requisitions come with free cornbread. I got an ass load piled in the back. Nobody eats them.
Cool. We're going to the loadout. No, we don't want that. We want that. Thank you. Okay. No. Okay. Decal. I really don't give a shit about decal. Emotes don't give a shit. Everything else is up to scratch. Now, to be sure we actually get through the level and the AIs don't screw up again, we're putting it down to casual. Because I want to get this game done tonight. Okay.
We are now officially on search and rescue. Blue Team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them.
Oh, I've got 6 of those. Right, well, we'll grab those then, because I want more bullets. Alright, well, I guess we're waiting for the thing to count down for another 30 seconds, because we can't just choose to start the mission. That'd be weird. I am really annoyed that I screwed up there. It's like there's one alien left. One alien left. I was in a false insecurity because I thought the alien had trapped itself in the corner, which I had for a bit. And then they just killed the 2 AIs in one go. Let's not worry about the collectibles. Let's just speed run through this level as fast as we can.
Follow them. Molina's blue fire team passed this way.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Just keep going.
Side corridor!
Just keep going.
They could come from any direction. So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something. walk. There'll be eggs. Body on the deck.
Right, that's number one.
Grabbing ammo.
Cool. No one needs health at the
Corporal
moment. We're
Delahaye.
good.
Rubber tags.
Yep, trying.
Descanse en paz. Still 2 out there. Got a drone creeping on you!
Nice, you get self damage.
Keep moving.
Patching up. Aid kit's here.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Door's welded. Cut it.
Hear that? Cut.
We know Blue Fireteam went this way.
It's no, it's
Listen.
Strong signals from below.
New signal. Watch its attacks.
nice guns to the wall.
From the passage ahead! Don't linger in there. Move.
No.
Red 7 calling Blue Team. Respond. Gotta be kidding!
Hear that?
Clear. S, you got anything?
Katanga's critical systems are on the lower decks. If the Blue Fireteam continued to pursue their objective, they would have laid below.
Here's the collectible.
Ambush! Suppressive fire now! chemicals? Will they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull?
Unlikely. Hive resin is acid resistant.
Coming through? Yeah.
More Xenos!
Oh shit.
Required.
Get out of my way. Would be nice. Thank you. Okay, we're good.
Grabbing ammo.
Drone, don't let it run!
Rearming.
Alright, let's go.
Hose them down! Fucking hell, they just keep throwing bodies at you, you know? Flares go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
The console nearby is active. Please patch me in.
Alright, Beta, come here. Beta.
I got you. Aid kit's here. Patching up.
Actually, wait until I've got this.
Grabbing ammo.
Accessing. Stand by.
Cover Esther's hack!
Whoa.
Assistance required.
Priority target!
Rearming.
Required.
have you got?
Blue team used this console to disable the capacitor safeties.
Grabbing ammo.
They're still in the fight. They'd be headed to the core lift next.
Alright, so we're almost done. Almost done. We're about halfway through the mission from memory.
Swarm approaching! Fireteam, are you out there? One door's well. Blue team went that way. Cut it.
I'm cut.
Dino's behind!
Beta, she said behind. So, you wanna... No? Okay.
PDT. Close. Blue team, sing out!
Red team, you hear me? Corporal Molina, copy.
Lena, we hear you. We're close.
One clip. Hard to get. Lit of blood.
Hang on, Molina. We're coming.
They're coming.
Private Brzezinski. Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
Almost there. Almost there. Almost finished. We're about to find the latest.
I have a return on the final PDT. It is in that room.
Ooh, right there. Alright, we're gonna put down all the turrets here.
Patching up. Aid kit's here.
Yep, shitty thing, got it. No thanks.
I got you. Shit to the floor. Shit to the floor. Shit to the floor. Shit to the floor. Shit to the floor.
That should be plenty. Sure. Not open minds.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. Hi, top side!
Oh, I thought that was one popping up. That's right.
On the deck! Hammer him down!
means. Either that, or is this section much shorter than it's intended? There we go.
Grabbing ammo.
Fireteam, we got updated orders. With Blue Team down, we're taking over point on this op. You're going to scuttle this fucking shitbox.
No shit. It's not the end of the... but that's the end. Okay, yep, that's fine. Yep, okay.
You put the core in an override loop. That means going all the way to the bottom. The heart of the nest.
Okay, cool. Finally got through that mission after about... How long was that? Another 20 minutes. Plus. Oh, I hated playing that through again. Like, why? That was such a stupid thing that we done right at the end. It's a fucking crappy AI and one stupid mistake on my part. Okay. But conceivably, in the next 20 minutes, we could have this game done. It seems to be the average time for a mission is 20 minutes, I think.
Hey, I'm hearing scuttlebutt around the squad bay. Talk that maybe Colonel Ship took this too far. We could have quarantined Katanga, right? Called in more ships? Listen, the Colonel knows about everything people know about Xenos. How they react, how their guts work. She knew that before she joined the Corps. When she was a teenager, she survived a Xeno outbreak. Little outlier colony. You would never heard of it. One thing she'll always hold to. Gotta kill them fast. The longer you wait, the more chance they got to spread.
So basically, she is another version of Ripley. Got it. And I ain't gonna bother saying that because I could absolutely get off a space station.
I don't know all the details, and you know what? It ain't my place to ask, but I do know she got a twin sister, Viola. Also, the ship went into a goddamn hive to rescue her. That's how she learned some of the shit she know about Xenos, watching close range from inside.
So she's even got a newt. Got it.
Look, just don't go bringing it up with herself. Tu sabe? Colonels ain't in the habit of explaining themselves to grunts. Yo, it's just between you and me.
Sounds really threatening the way he says you and me. You and me. It's like, it sounds like a confrontational thing. Like, this fight is just between you and me. Not, this information is just between you and me. Like, that doesn't feel like, maybe that's just me.
Yo, anything not on the racks, I can pull out of Cargo 4.
Any types of opportunity stuff? No. Okay. Alright, only way to be sure. Let's put it back up to standard. See how that goes. I might regret it later. Launch mission. Join team.
The Xenos took out the entire Blue Fire team. Their mission falls to us. You're going into the heart of the...
What happened to her voice? I can still hear the music, but not her. Right. Okay. Have that... Oh, sound in general is just gone. It's just the music. Oh no, I'm hearing the bong. It's fine. It is just her voice. Oh, this double would be nice. Yeah, that'll do. Let's go. Regicide. Hey Google, define regicide. I feel like I should know this.
Regicide is used as a noun to mean the action of killing a king. Do you want to hear how regicide is spelled?
No thanks. So I don't know if you heard that, but apparently it means to kill a king, which makes sense given that we're killing a Xeno queen. Which I feel like that title almost like confirms we're gonna see the queen. Now that there's gonna be a section where we're running away from her, or we're killing her. I feel like it'd be strange.
You're gonna put the refinery into overload state. You need to do that from process control. It's at the base of Likasi's core.
Oops, no, you're okay.
Likely a bunch of those prowling down here.
Oh, really?
Don't forget to watch for eggs.
I don't have to use my overclock every 2 seconds. That's not feasibly possible because of the cooldown. I mean, it makes sense in canon, but... Oh, hello.
Coming, both sides!
Assistance required.
Damn it, how many special ones are there going to be? Honestly.
Nice. Keep tight, cover each other. Before you enter the core, we'll restore the auxiliary lift. It'll be your egress. The self-destruct won't give much time.
Please do not listen, but I mean...
Door hit's locked. There's an active terminal. Try it. bugs built a wall over the console. Great.
Grabbing ammo. Patching up. 8 kits here.
Console's busted. New plan. You cut through the door. Movement! Xenos first, then door!
Grabbing ammo.
Now get that door cut. You're nearly to the elevator.
Rearm. I'll cut.
Almost there. I feel bad though. Finishing this game almost feels like a It'll be nice when they actually update a bit more. And I feel like this would be much more fun with friends. Or even just people in general. That would be nice when they fix it.
Off, ship will probably write you up for a medal. Make sure you thank me.
Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. Shit, hello. Where did you come from? Oh.
Bugs turned this room into a maze. Be ready.
Grabbing ammo.
Alpha,
I got you. 8 kits here.
Alrighty, let's get moving.
Drone creeping on you!
So, fuck's sake, Spader, can you not stand in front of my flamethrower? Okay. Granted, you were kind of already standing in front of it and I just opened fire, but you could have gotten out of the way instead of just sitting there. Oh shit. It would be nice if you guys actually shot. That's not the right way. It's actually this way.
Take control! Why not?
Assistance required.
Beta, why the fuck are you still looking over there? You would never actually fucking heal Beta, would ya? Like his health was the same as it was 5 minutes ago before I healed him.
Elevator. Get it powered up. After you start the overload, this will be your evac route.
Did you guys kill it? Of your own accord? Oh.
Rearm me.
Okay. I'm gonna use this health kit on myself. No, it doesn't say it's going to check top people.
Rally outside the core. We'll brief on the scuttle procedure.
Okay, we're going to run to that elevator on the down. Nice.
I haven't seen cocoons since.
Oh, she's changing. Oh shit,
we burned the hive.
Assistance required.
This doesn't happen to nobody else.
Some are life forms from LV-895, brought up by Cynthia.
Bring it with. Ooh, hello. Nice. that's what I'm talking about, Alfred. Like, if I put the flamethrower out, don't walk in front of me. Fuck's sakes. Not sure where we're going on this one, but we'll do our best.
Not a warrior!
Alright, come on. Someone will actually shoot the goddamn warrior. The one that's actually killing us. This one.
Another big nasty coming!
No, that's the big one.
Bypassing down. Assistance required.
Okay.
Process controls the next room. End game. Prep while we brief you.
Fireteam, this is Colonel Ship. There are 3 systems you'll disable. Esther will guide you through the process. When all 3 systems are down, the reactor will build up to overload. You'll have about 2 minutes to reach that elevator you fixed. No one else dies to this hive. See to it.
The lift will express you down to subdeck 5. We'll be waiting to evac you there.
When you're ready, breach the door.
You're a bit late.
Watch each other's asses. I want everyone home alive.
Well, I can't guarantee that knowing these two dipshits, but we'll try our best.
Grabbing ammo.
Okay.
Aid kit's here.
Thought that catwalk looked unstable. You'll egress by a different route.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
I am analyzing the control systems.
Aid kit's here.
Stand by.
I got you.
Please reroute the coolant away from the refinery core.
In a moment. Yeah.
Sentry deployed. Sentry deployed.
Save the rest in case it makes us stop again later on. Now, where am I heading?
Keep firing!
Where are we heading? We've got 2 minutes to leave now. We're egressing through a different route. What's our other route? Maybe they don't literally mean to capture that. No, they really do mean to capture that. I mean, go through that because we've got a minute to leave now. No, we can't go through that. Okay. What are we supposed to do? We have less than a minute to leave, and you haven't given me a route yet. What are you supposed to do? Oh.
Movement!
That's 20 seconds. It better be for how long it takes for us to then do the next thing to then leave. I hope that's what it is, not just insta-fail. Because I have no idea where we're going next. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Please, disable the primary manual breakers.
Rearm.
Okay.
The liquid sodium coolant system has been disabled. Temperatures within the AC recommended tolerances.
Get some! Cover each other! Get them in a crossfire!
Oh, hell no.
Please, disable the safety limiters on the Kasi Core's auger.
They said 2 minutes to like exit. Like, coming back. They're doing it for every single second. This feels like they're being quiet.
Grabbing ammo.
Alright, so we've got one more.
Watch for the stragglers!
0479 and press the button marked Shakti XS.
Back to the elevator, move!
Okay, now we go. Let's go. That's gonna be the queen. What the fuck?
Queen! You can't hurt her. Focus on evac.
Fucking you gonna be running from the queen at some point. Okay, cool. Now this area we know. Okay.
Don't stop! Shag it!
Shag it? Again, is that an American thing? Yeah, that means like screw.
Don't stop for nothing!
Not run.
Stay out of the fire!
Yeah, get in fire, stay out of the fire. Could have guessed that one myself, but thank you.
Get back!
Assistance required.
Okay, in the elevator.
Buckle in, shore party. We're burning to escape
That
debris
was actually
scanner.
slightly underwhelming, that run. It's like the queen had zero threat. It's just like, peekaboo, and you just keep running. That's disappointing. Alrighty then. Let me go put them out the other thing? No, just... Alright. Right. That's a disappointment. That's alright. There's the campaign though, finally, so yay! And yeah, that was 6 minutes on the end of that, so 2, 4, 6... close enough. Definitely padding at the end there. It's like, all the other missions took 20 minutes, that took a little bit longer. Right. Yes, return to base. So what are they going to have to say for that now? Because that's the end of the story. Like, there's that in Horde mode. And I don't know if there's a canonical explanation for Horde mode. As soon as the game loads. There we go. Yep. Debrief with the Colonel ship.
Under my authority as delegated by the Secretary of the Navy, I have awarded you the Expeditionary Service Ribbon for heroic service. Upon loss of contact with a Marine unit, you advanced into a xenomorph hive and confirmed the status of 3 MIAs. You then completed their mission, resulting in the destruction of said hive. Your boldness and dedication are in keeping with the finest traditions of the Colonial Marine Corps and United America's Armed Services. Given this day, in May 2202, Colonel Olivia Shipp, Commanding Officer, 33rd Marine Regiment, 11th Marine Division. Some things don't belong in official reports. Katanga has been a stain on the honor of the Corps for years. If you haven't heard the details yet, don't worry about it. I'll just say I'm personally glad to see the place blown to hell. Report to Lieutenant Santos for debriefing. Dismissed.
Salute an about face. What is... Hey Google, define about face.
On the website merriam-webster.com, they say, 1. A 180 degrees turn to the right from the position of attention. 2. A reversal of direction. 3. A reversal of attitude, behavior, or point of view. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Right, so we're saluting and looking to the side. Okay, then. New loadout kit unlocked. Loadout kit for recon. Cool. New difficulty unlocked extreme, and we should also get Horde mode now. A few extra options. Yeah, I ain't touching either of those difficulties until I can find people to play this game with. Or until the matchmaking's fixed. There ain't no way the AI is going to cope with that.
Bada Baines. Guess we can't call you Boot no more, huh? Hell of a deployment. We found shit Wayland Yutani spent a lot of time and money hiding. Ruins left by aliens that look like us. An orbital refinery used as a Xeno breeding farm. And a lab using tech from the ruins on Xenos from the refinery. We still gotta secure LV-895 in the alien ruins. There's Xenos and mutants running loose down there. Normally, we carpet nuke the place. Ruins be damned, but Doc Hanukkah says that can make things worse. Spray that pathogen shit all over the damn moon. Near term, we're gonna hold orbit. Keep this shit locked down.
Fair enough.
I'll bet my ample Marine paycheck they're on their way here right now. They'll send military contractors, dog catcher units, lawyers. Maybe they'll talk, maybe they'll just start shooting. But that ain't all we gotta worry about. Doc Hanukkah says some rival company to Weyland-Yutani sabotaged Palace Station. Whoever that was, if they heard his mayday, they might be on their way here too. Shit's gonna get real interesting around here.
I guess we know what the expansion packs are going to be about. Assuming this game is successful enough to get expansion packs. Okay then. What's the lore from the loot guy? Oh, not the loot guy. Oh, Hanukkah. Okay.
Hey, aside from Esther, I think you're the one I've spent the most time with.
Really?
It was all running and shooting and screaming, but that's time. Right? Look.
And dying.
One of the Palace Station crew was a spy for Hyperdyne Systems. We never found out what he sent off station. Maybe his handlers know all about the pathogen and the xenomorph outbreak. They could be on their way here now. Well, Weyland-Yutani used to own Hyperdyne, but now they're competitors, especially on the frontier. No government's claimed any of these systems. They're both dropping colonies all over, trying to beat each other to the best planets. And besides that, I mean, Hyperdyne's a big defense contractor for the UPP, right? Shouldn't we be worried about this starting a war between them and us? The pathogen could be a terrible weapon. Weyland was just trying to make better xenomorphs with it, but you could just drop it. Dump it in a water supply. There's enough down there to wipe out every human colony. Weyland-Yutani's got to be on their way here. If Hyperdyne is too, things could get real bad for everyone caught in the middle.
They're definitely setting up expansion packs and story DLC. I like where they're going with it, but you can see it coming from a mile away.
I know you've got things to deal with right
really
now.
Strange
I'm
this
just
game flops.
worried about what
don't get
happens
resolution
next.
to all these little like, ooh, this might happen. They're not nowhere. A war coming. Anyway. And so that's all the story content. A really disappointing fight, or not really fight, but a really disappointing just run away from the Queen bit with some peekaboos. And some bits of, ooh, DLC and expansion packs might be coming. But that's really it. And then that's the sword mode. From an ongoing operation, get aboard Catania and make some noise. Which, so yes, this mission definitely doesn't happen, because it doesn't allow you to play it until after the campaign. It's saying it's aboard Catania, so yeah, not canon, I'm imagining. Anyway. So yeah, that was Aliens Fireteam Elite. Was it a good game? That's a loaded question. I feel like it was a game that I really enjoyed to begin with, but the more and more I had to play it, the more and more visible its flaws became. It's very repetitive, the AI needs a bit of work, and god damn it, fix the goddamn matchmaking. I want to play this with people, not two crappy AIs. And also, I wanted to be able to have a button that just says start mission, so if I want to play with AIs, I'd have to wait for 30 seconds. Like, aside from that, there's good variety in enemies, but that Queen, that's the most disappointing finale to a game I've ever had. Which is saying a lot. It was just another mission, really, and a lot of padding. Aside from that, I do think I will. I think overall, though, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a little bit of fun. I feel like towards the end it did feel more of a chore than anything, but I think now that I know the story, and I probably won't be playing this on stream, this will be a good game to just like turn off my brain and just shoot some shit whilst watching YouTube videos too, or Netflix. So this will be good as a time waster. It's nice to go, cool, I can get these upgrades. Like, I like that they've got the amount of upgrades and weapons and collectibles that they've got. That'll be nice. I'm definitely going to go through and see if I can get all the intel things. So I really do like the lore of the Aliens franchise. And it's nicer to collect it this way than to just look at a wiki. So I will definitely keep playing this game. The story was interesting. I did really enjoy the story. But I really feel like the delivery of the story was... It could have been better. It could have been better. So overall, I feel like, if I'm being honest, an average game. Not above average, not below average. Some bits are really, really bad. Some bits are kind of pretty fun. Would I recommend this if you're an Alien fan? Absolutely. But to be honest, you've already spoiled yourself all the experience. If you're going to play this game after watching all these streams, you're probably just going to play for the gameplay, which I would recommend cautiously. I reckon if you're not a fan of the Aliens franchise, I would say wait a bit until they've updated everything a bit. Which I feel like I say a lot. I said it for Cyberpunk, I said it for Skatebird. Like, if there's one thing I hate gaming being bought online and what they're allowing is the fact that developers can fix their games post-launch. That's not fun. That's not great. Overall, I would recommend this game, but cautiously so. If you enjoy World War Z or Left 4 Dead, you'll enjoy this game. I just think you'll best enjoy this game with a group of friends, because solo, like, it can be really repetitive. But if you're okay with repetitive gameplay, then yeah, you'll have a ball with this. Yeah, I will keep this game installed. I will keep playing it for just collectibles and just have videos on in the background now that I know the story. And then I think once I've got videos in the background and I'm all playing it for collectibles, I think me failing a mission is not going to annoy me so much. Because I feel like half the reason why I hated whenever I died in these missions was because I knew that, okay, there's no checkpoints, you have to restart right from the beginning, and there's no surprises left in that mission, especially when you die right at the end, which always seemed to happen whenever you died in these missions. And it was always because the air is freaking horrible. But yeah, no. And because of the repetitive of the missions, it makes it all the more of a chore to redo a mission when you fail it. But yeah, no. Overall, I enjoy the game. Is it a frustrating experience? Sometimes. But overall, I would recommend it cautiously. If you're not an Aliens fan, wait for updates. Or just go play World War Z. Because, like, I had to stop myself from saying it earlier on the stream. The xenomorphs in this game are basically zombies. They're just fast zombies, really. But with acid for blood, so you can't just stand on where they died in. And even then, that goes away after a bit. The only bits that stop it from being a zombie shooter is when it's actually like when you're versing, like, the synths. And even then, half of them are zombies that just run at you. But, like, there's actual nice gunplay in this. But the rest is just kind of like variations on zombies. Which is not a bad thing. But I wish there was a little bit more to the gameplay. But I can deal with what this is. Like, if you're an Aliens fan like me, you'll enjoy this. If you're not an Aliens fan, wait for updates. That's all I've really got to say about this game. I will continue playing it, though. I'm sure that sounds all really conflicting saying it like that, but I think I've summarized it as best as I can and concisely as I can. So yeah, so that's the whole Aliens Fireteam Elite campaign. Yay! Not a great ending, but yeah, I'll take it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have good rest of your evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. I am gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know whether I'm definitely not gonna keep playing this. I've had enough fill of this for now. At least for tonight. Might watch a film, play a different game or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I do. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the evening, night, morning, whatever. Afternoon. Yeah. Have a good night.